Hi, everyone again. So now we are doing cash flow from financing activities. How do you finance a business? There's two ways. Either you selling shares or you taking out a loan. So that's what financing activities is about. So, so sometimes you sell shares and then sometimes you repurchase, you buy them back. So process from sales issued, from shares issued, which means money came in. Because if you issued shares, people gave you money. But if you repurchase shares, so money went out. So this is going to be in brackets. And then loans received or repaid. So just like the deposit, if last year our loan was 50,000, but this year is 90,000, then we took out another loan. So which means we received 40,000 cash. So it's going to be positive. But if our loan last year was 40,000 and this year is 30,000, it means we paid off 10,000. So that 10,000 will be a negative. So it's just simple. It's those ways that so there shares and loans, because that's how you finance activities. There's shares and loans. So now let's go to this activity. So it's going to be what I just showed you now, issue of shares. Issue of shares. So I just want you to take note that the issue of shares is whatever you issued during the current year. So you are going to need a retained share or ordinary share capital note, and then you are going to need shares repurchased. I just want you to remember the shares repurchased. You just need the total amount of the shares repurchased. It doesn't matter whether they went to retained earnings or they went to ordinary share capital. You add them both. You need the total amount. So if it's a share price, you don't get the average and the above average. You get both of it, average and above average, the whole of it, shares repurchase. So I didn't do that note. So, but I think so we can see it. We have it here. Shares repurchased. So we can just refer back to the note. Then we are going to have repayment account. So you will know whether it's repayment or another loan. So repayment, I know that it's repayment. Say you were, or whether it's repayment or you took out another loan. So repayment of loan. So this one is the repayment account. So issue of shares. So this note will help us. Let's go back to this note. So if you look at this note, the shares issued during the year is this one, 3584. That's what is issued. You don't worry about the opening and the closing. So this is what was issued during the year. If it was issued twice in the year, then you add those two. But we just want what was issued during this year. So that will be 3584. So sometimes you have to work it out. You have to work it out from the exercise. So like we just didn't work it out because but the information will be there. So the information will be there for you to work out. Like here on 30 June, 1.2 ordinary shares had been issued. When is our year end first? Just hold on. So year end is 30 June. So this is what we need. So this is the operating balance. Then this one on 30 June, all shares that were unissued at 30 June were issued. So that's why I don't want to go into the whole way of working it out. That's not what we are doing. We are not doing shares. We are not doing the ordinary share capital note. We are doing them cash flow statement. So that's why this one will deserve another slide. So now then the repurchase is 350. So I want you to understand that this 350 is only for the ordinary share capital. I know I've worked it out that the retained income was 0.6. So both shares were, so the shares together would be, so it was 3.5 plus 0.6, which gave us 4 point. I remember that it was 4.10. So this is what we need. The repurchase shares, which is, well, we had to work backwards. But so let's go to the note. So the repurchase shares were, so if they were 40,000. 40,000 shares were repurchased. But if I need to do this note backwards, I'll do it in another video. So it's going to be, instead of 350, it's going to be 410 times 40,000 shares. 14 times 40,000 shares. That's what we need to do. So 410 times, or 4.1, 40,000, which is going to give us, so it's a repurchase, so it's going to be a negative. So it's going to be 164. This one is a positive because we sold the shares. Then the repayment of loan, let's go to the loan. So there is the loan. Where is the loan? Oh no, let's go to the question now. So the question is the loan there. So from 560 to 400, it went down, so we paid off, and the difference here is 160. We can write it. So that's, so here is going to be 560 minus 400, meaning that we paid off, so it's a negative 160. Once again, we add these, and then we get the total here. So that's what we're going to do. We add these and we get the total. That will be the cash flow from financing activities. So I'm going to send one last video for tonight, and that will be the net change in cash and cash equivalents. Bye for now, guys. Thank you for watching.